But what if I don't want to be me? We've all felt that way at times in our lives, and you may have felt that way recently quite a bit. And I felt that way most of my life. So when I received a message last year that said, no one else could have been you, I said, well, why didn't they take it? Why weren't they the people to be me then? We feel that way at times. No matter who we are, we're moving through something in our lives and we're feeling like this is way too much. I don't know if I can do this. I'm feeling a kind of calling, but I don't know if I can do it. So give it to someone else. Or that old, the thing that we keep hearing, God never gives you more than you can handle. Well, give it to someone else then. That's what we think. But I'm telling you now, being me is the best thing ever, and it's going to be the best thing for you as well, which is why I am inviting you to the next Wilhelm channeling session, which is going to be on January 29th, because it's time for you to become all you can be and really live the life that you're supposed to have. There are things that we can't understand always that are happening in our world now, except I was given information to tell you that you were here at the right time to thrive, to evolve, and to change everything, because that's what happens. When we move through our world, there are energetic connections that we don't always understand, but they're affecting all of us, every individual, everyone in different ways. But it's also because of how you have programmed yourself, because that's what we all do. And then we have to decide, as we are living our lives, are we going to take control and decide to reprogram ourselves so that we can become who we can be? That's what we do individually, but it's also what we're meant to do as a society. But sometimes we get off track. We get off track in our lives, and the world gets off track as well, which is what's happening now. Which is why Wilhelm said they gave us a restructuring guide, an ascension guide. That made no sense until I could see, oh, wait a minute, it's working. And then I started understanding the connections to all of us. And I'm telling you that you have a divine plan. You've heard that term before and you think that doesn't make sense. Yeah, it does. You were born at a time where you came into the world and you had an energetic connection. Your genetic code was activated then, and it gets evolved. It grows as you live, if you become willing. And it's a unique plan and no one else has it but you. That's why you were important. And if you can think about other people who've come along that talked about the importance of all people. But we will go through times where that shifts, which is what Wilhelm has given me. We go through evolutionary changes that we don't understand, and we don't understand how other people are being the way they are. That's because you're supposed to be who you are. It's never about them, it's about you. And so for 36 years, what I did was sit down and receive all of this information that was meant to come about now as this transition was happening in our world. I had no idea. But then I didn't know that the result of that, when you move through it, you heal in ways that you can't even understand, because I didn't understand it. But that's because there's an alignment. When you come into alignment to who your authentic self is meant to be, you start to do all sorts of things. You see yourself differently. You start to heal. All of that happens. There are many documented cases on that, but I am just a living documented case of it, that's all. But again, I'm going to give you something that I just want you to go over and you'll understand it, because you are on the earth for a grand reason. I don't care what you have thought about that. I know it's different. I didn't want to become a mystic or sage or even a channeler. It was where I was led. And then knowing that I had this gift that I could give to others, it was still challenging, as it might have been for you. But because of that, I know I can't let other people believe that they don't have any worth, that they don't have any value in this world right now, because it looks that way. And on Wednesday, that will be explained, because Wilhelm always gives us why that is occurring. The one thing that I know, though, is that you are here for a reason, and a good one, when you decide to understand and accept who you are. Self-acceptance is your superpower. You could have gone through all kinds of crap in your life and judged every single part of it, but there's so much value in there that you would have missed. I know, because that's what I went through. That's why this work healed my life and can do the same for you and also our world. That was too much for me to say, but I know that it's true, because the only difficulties that we experience in ourselves is our unwillingness to change. That's all. Same thing with us, and then all the others. And so we're going to decide if we're going to evolve, go to a higher state of consciousness, or we stay where we are. Those are the only choices. But let me show you this little document because I'm going to leave it with you. There'll be a link in the video because I want you to have it. There's also an invitation to come to the channeling session. You don't have, if you can't be there in person, you will receive the replay. We will send the replay to everyone because this will probably be the last free one that I'm doing, because beyond that it's going to be, they'll be paid ones coming up, but the other, just for members of the program, they can always come for free. But this one is important, so that's why I would love for you to be there, and I'm going to give you this document, and I've given you several, maybe not you, but all of you, several different things, because I want you to understand how you use your brain, your consciousness, to change, understand who you are, and manifest the life that you want to have. Every single soul has that ability. You just maybe haven't had a plan or a path or a way to do it. Wilhelm gave us the plan and the path, and it works because you become happy. Here is a little bit of an explanation of it, though. Let me show you this, and I'll leave the link in with. For those of you who may not know, I began automatic writing in 1989, and that's when I first made contact with Wilhelm. And since then, that's what I've done every day. First 20 years, no one would have ever heard about it because I kept it hidden or private, but now it's a time where it's coming out because it's given me something that's pretty extraordinary. And it's in alignment. You see, this was last year on this date, January 26th. You'll start to see that there is an energetic alignment that goes through your consciousness and our world. That's how we evolve and change. And that's how Wilhelm has given me information. So you'll read all of this, and it goes back to the next year, and then it goes back another 10 years because we have cycles. And so information comes in cycles that way as well. And so you shouldn't be judging yourself if you haven't gotten to the particular place that you're meant to be in your life, because it's unique to you. Then on tomorrow, this was the message they gave us last year to look at, because they would know that we would be in this place of more acceptance now. I mean, this is for everyone. You can achieve life mastery now. So again, several different messages there. When you move through them, you're going to find out so much more about yourself. Okay, and you'll see some of the things that are happening in our world now that were given to us years ago. But again, it takes a while for us to get there. So then what I love the fact that we have artificial intelligence now, because it's given me the ability to analyze more of this, because I didn't know. When I would receive information, I'm receiving cosmic guidance. I'm not reading book. I'm not connected to astrology or all of that. But it's energy. Everything in our universe is energy. In your consciousness. Doesn't matter what religion or whatever, it's all energy, and we just use it in a different way. And there are properties to energy that produce certain results in our lives and in our body, and we start to figure that out. I started to figure it out, which is why the healing came through with Wilhelm's work. And so this is just about what's going on, and then this particular new moon, which is incredibly powerful. But then what I also wanted to know, because we all want validation, and I want you all to have it as well, because I doubted myself. I doubted Wilhelm. How is this happening? And no one believed it, not even my friends or family, except I'm sitting here with the results of it. And so I want other people to have the results. So I want you to, when you read this, it'll make a little more sense of why these things are happening. But the one thing that I do know is that no matter what you're seeing in your life and what you're seeing in the world, you have the ability to make it better. And that happens when you decide to love yourself. That's all of us. But I will say that this particular period, you might have been talked out of that, or you might have been a little afraid. But that's why you're here, to become the empowered being that you can become. And that's what this work does. And I'm so glad I can give you this. And please come to the channeling session. Thank you for being here. If it's your first time, please subscribe to the channel, share it with others. Someone's going to be taking over my channel soon, so it's going to be a little bit different from now on. But see you guys soon.